Hello everyone! I would like to present my research proposal entitled Linguistic Strategies in Host-Guest Interactions on YouTube Radio Shows, a Sociolinguistic Analysis for English Education Students. So, the study focuses on how language is used in digital media, particularly in YouTube radio show, and how this interaction can contribute to English language teaching and learning. So, this is the first slide. We're gonna talk about background of the study. In recent years, YouTube has become one of the most influential digital platforms worldwide. It isn't only used for entertainment, but also increasingly for educational purpose, including language learning, and YouTube radio show, especially interview-based program, present natural and spontaneous conversation between hosts and guests. This interaction involves various linguistic strategies such as turn-taking, topic management, and politeness strategies, which are essential components of communicative competence. However, despite their rich linguistic features, such media interactions are rarely used as learning research in English education. Okay, next slide. Next slide is research gap and rationale. So, previous studies have explored language use in digital media and social platforms. However, most of these studies focus on general communication patterns or context analysis. There is still a lack of research that specifically examines how host-guest interaction on YouTube radio show can be analyzed sociolinguistically and applied to English language teaching, particularly in developing students' pragmatic competence. Therefore, this research is necessary to bridge the gap between sociolinguistic theory and classroom practice. The next slide is a research question. So, based on this background, the study is guided by two research questions. First, what linguistic strategies are employed by hosts and guests in YouTube radio show interactions, especially in terms of turn-taking, topic management, and politeness strategies? And the second one, how can these strategies be interpreted from a sociolinguistic perspective to support the development of pragmatic competence among English education students? Okay, next, research design. This study employs a qualitative research design as it aims to explore and interpret naturally occurring languages. A sociolinguistic and discourse analytic approach is applied to analyze spoken interaction in authentic digital contexts. To achieve this, the study uses two complementary data collection methods, like document analysis and semi-structured interview. The next slide. This is document analysis. The first method is the document data collection through transcript analysis. The data will be taken from 3 to 4 episodes of popular English language YouTube radio show, such as like The Zack Sang Show, The Breakfast Club, and BBC Radio Interview. These transcripts will be analyzed to identify linguistic strategies, including turn-taking pattern, topic initiation and shifts, politeness strategies, discovering markers, and repair sequences. This method allows the researcher to observe authentic language use without interfering with the interaction. The next slide is instrument and analytic framework. To analyze the data systematically, a discourse analysis coding sheet will be used. The analysis is guided by established sociolinguistic theories, including Goffman's concept of face work, Brown and Levison's politeness theory, and principle of conversation analysis. This framework enables a detailed and theory-driven interpretation of how linguistic strategies function in host-guest interaction. So the second method is semi-structured interview with English education students. The participants will consist of 8 to 10 students who have taken or are currently taking courses related to sociolinguistics or pragmatics. The interviews aim to explore students' perceptions of YouTube radio show interaction, the strategies they notice, and how this interaction help improve their speaking and pragmatic awareness. So this method helps connect the linguistic analysis with pedagogical relevance. And the next slide is expected contribution. This research is expected to contribute both theoretically and practically. Theoretically, it will enrich sociolinguistic studies by providing insight into language use in digital media contexts. Particularly, the finding can support English language teaching by offering authentic materials for teaching pragmatics like speaking skills and discourse awareness. It also encourages the integration of digital media into English education. So that concludes my research proposal presentation, and so that's all from me. And this is my research proposal. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your attention. Bye. See you again. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.